guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do this natural everyday makeup kind of look. It's mostly based on the face. Now I do have a wee bit of eyeshadow on my eyes, but it's literally the tiniest bit, as you'll see throughout the video. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so first we're going to go in with our Plouise base in the shade Rumour 01. And we're just going to put some of that on our hand, and then we're going to go in with the 7071 Devoted to My Base brush by Plouise. And then we're just going to dab the brush in the concealer, and we're just going to apply that all over the lid. You want to carve your eyebrows out, just so it makes it a wee bit easier whenever you're outlining them. Some people like to do their eyebrows first and then do the concealer, so then the concealer kind of like cleans up the line and makes it more structured, but either way works, whatever your preference is. It doesn't really have to be any particular way. So then once we've applied that, we're gonna go in with the Jessup 228 Luxe Crease Brush, and I'm just going to use this to blend out the concealer on either side of the eye. I'm also going to pat that into the lid as well so it doesn't crease, and then I'm just going to go in and do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the eyebrows. So for the eyebrows I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Medium Brown. And I'm just going to go in with my eyebrow brush. Now this brush doesn't have a name on it, but I have used it in my previous videos, so I think it's just any kind of angle brush. I'm pretty sure this one came with the eyebrow product, but again, any kind of angle brush will work. Although for the best results you want to get one that's quite structured and fine, just because if it's a thick one you won't have the same kind of control over it. And you want to start in the middle whenever you're outlining your brows, and then work your way out to the end, and then use whatever product is left on the brush and just blend it in. So that's the eyebrows done. So then, because this is an everyday kind of thing, you can wear it literally going anywhere. I am going to go in with a tiny bit of pigment on my lid, but I'm not going to make it anything absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to use a fluffy brush so it's not that in your face. So the one I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. eyeshadow. Well, it's actually a pigment, and then it's in the shade Celebrity. So I'm then going to go in with my Jessup 221 Luxe Soft Crease Brush, which is quite a fluffy brush. I'm literally just going to dab into the pigment, and then I'm just going to apply that over the lid. So it's kind of giving you like a natural kind of shimmer. I'm not too bothered about where it goes either, because it is so natural. Kind of just using circular motions, but again, you don't have to be very careful with this because you're kind of just spreading on. And that's literally how easy that was. So then I'm going to go in with my foundation. So for the foundation I'm going to be using my Revolution makeup stick, and it's in the shade F5. And I'm also going to be mixing my Note Detox and Protect foundation in the shade 03 Medium Beige, and my Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour in the shade 40 Fawn. So I've already got them mixed just to speed up the video a wee bit more. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to apply this just over the face. And then I'm going to go in, I've got it mixed on my palette with my wee spatula, so I'm just going to take off the excess that was on the spatula, put it on my face. I'm just going to take my, what brush is this? Real Techniques contour brush. And so that's just what it looks like. And I'm just gonna blend it through the skin. It is a different colour to my neck because I don't have tan on at the minute, and this is the makeup I would usually use whenever I'm wearing tan. But I thought, seeing as we can't go anywhere, there's no point in me wasting my tan. So then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and you want to make sure you've soaked it in water and squeezed out all the excess so it's nice and spongy. And I'm just going to dab over what I've done to help the foundation sink into the skin. It also gives it a more, what's the word, blurred kind of look. It also it takes away any of the excess foundation as well, so you don't look really cakey, because that is the last thing you want. You will probably most likely have to go back in with your eyebrow product just to go over any foundation or powder that has made its way over your eyebrows. I do have a wee bit left on my palette, so I am just using that just to kind of get a sheer, flawlessy kind of look, but I'm not applying too much. Make sure you blend that into the hairline, because if you are wearing your hair up, it will be quite noticeable. So once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my concealer. So this is the Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C2. And I'm just going to apply that in like a triangle kind of shape under my eyes, top of my nose, a wee bit on my chin, and a wee tiny bit just in the middle of my head. I'm then going to go in with my B concealer brush. I can't really remember where I got that, but that's what it looks like. I think it's just a perfect size for kind of dabbing and getting right underneath the eye. Again, don't worry about soaking this right in because I am going to go back in with the beauty blender. Just like that. Back in with the beauty blender. Just pat that down. So now I'm going to go in with my loose powder. So the loose powder I use is the Airspun loose face powder in the shade Translucent 07024. Not really sure if the number matters, but there it is for you anyway, just in case. So first I'm going to go in with my graduate brush, and it's called Oval Wash, and it's just like a wee flat pack brush, and I'm just going to tap it into the powder. This powder is very loose, by the way, so you really don't need a lot of it. And I'm just going to go straight underneath the eyes. The reason I'm going underneath the eyes first is because I don't want the concealer to crease, and this helps it set in place. I also use this wee brush for my nose, my upper lip and my chin, just because it's a handy wee small brush. It doesn't pack too much product on it. And it's good for the small parts of the face. So then I'm going to go in with my Jessup 101 Luxe Face brush. I think it's quite faded out. So just big fluffy brush, and we're going to go in with the same powder, and I'm just going to tap that all over the face. You want to tap it on first, because if you go straight in with like circular movements, you will move the foundation underneath it. So you want to tap it on first and then kind of blend out whatever product is left on your brush. So then I'm going to go in with my contour. So I'm going in with my Hoola Benefit in the shade Dark. And I'm just going in with my Jessup 105 Luxe Highlight Brush. It says it's a highlight brush, but I think it's way too big, so I use it for my contour brush because I have quite a small face. So I'm just going to go on the cheekbone, not below it, just on it, and blend up the way, because then it gives the illusion of higher cheekbones. It's also a lot more flattering. I usually do use two bronzers whenever I'm going for like a more deep or dramatic or a going out look, but because this is quite a natural one, I feel like this bronzer does it just enough. So I'm going to bring that up onto my temples. Now, not everyone needs to do this. I feel like I have quite a big head, so I feel like I need to bronze and shade the top of my head because it gives the illusion of a smaller head, whereas people with like wee tiny foreheads, they don't really need to do this. So yeah, just wanted to tell you that in case you are a person who doesn't need to do this and you're sitting there wasting your time and your products and your energy doing this whenever you don't actually need to. Then I'm going to go on the jawline, and I'm just going to fluff that out a wee bit. This gives you more of a structured look. And you want to kind of blend it down the neck, but you don't have to go the whole way down. It's just so you don't have like a harsh line. Also, if you already have really structured jawlines, you don't have to do this. I just like the extra kind of sharpness. So then I'm going to go in with my blush. So for the blush, I'm using my Bperfect LMD Master Palette, and the shade in it is Peachy. So it's this wee one here. I'm just going to go in with the same brush that I used for my contour because I like the shape of it for the apples of your cheeks. And I'm just going to blend that just right in the centre. I'm not going too high up because I've already got bronzer up there. But yeah, just circular motions just in the apples of your cheeks. If you feel like you've gone over too, like if you've put too much product on, you can always go back in with your powder brush and just like pat it over, and then the translucent powder kind of like washes it out a wee bit. So then for my highlighter, I'm going to go in with OFRA, my new favourite highlighter, and the shade is Rodeo Drive. So for this, I'm just going to use my Jessup 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. I like to use smaller brushes when working with highlighter because it kind of gives you a little bit more control on where it's going. So I'm just going to put that on the top of my cheekbone, just under my eye. And I'm not going to put a lot because, again, we're not going overly strong with this look, so we don't want everything else to look soft and the highlighter to be like really in your face, because then it just won't blend in well. Tiny wee bit on the bridge of the nose and the tip. I'm going to put a wee bit above each eyebrow and just the cupid's bow and a wee bit on the chin. So then I'm going in with my 17 Voom mascara, and I'm just going to put this on. Then I'm going to do a little bit of lip gloss. This is just Kiko Milano in the shade 3D Hydra. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to take some of this and apply it on the lips. Also guys, I don't have the best eyelashes because I'm so used to having individual ones on, so I, just before isolation, I ended up pulling them all out, which is the worst thing you could ever do because now I've lost most of my eyelashes. So I used to have really lovely long fluffy ones and now I just have none, so I'm hoping by the end of all this they'll have grown back properly. But yes, that is how I created this everyday kind of casual natural look. You can go without putting any pigment on your eye, you can go without any lip gloss, anything like that there. Basically whatever your preference is, go with that. Don't feel like you need to do all of this stuff just because you're seeing me doing it. This is just what I do on my face, and I have had people ask me to do a video just of my everyday kind of natural looking face. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe and hit the wee bell beside the subscribe button. And if you have any ideas for what you want me to do next, just leave them in the comments below and I will see you in my next video.